In our last video, we spoke about what self-esteem is, and we said it is the opinion we have about ourselves, that is, the value or worth we place on ourselves. And then we also said that when we have a healthy self-esteem, we tend to feel positive about ourselves and about our lives in general. We also said when low self-esteem is involved, it could lead to long-term problems and it becomes harmful. It affects our mental health and our lives in general. Low self-esteem is characterized by the lack of confidence and feeling bad about oneself. In reality, low self-esteem affects more people than we think. People with low self-esteem often talk negatively, they hardly speak up, they hardly ever feel good about themselves, and they lack self-respect. There are many different characteristics of low self-esteem. They may not be as obvious as most people think, but most people do not know that the foundation of their problem or their inability to do things is founded by low self-esteem. You may even be struggling with low self-esteem and do not even know that you are. Now let's talk about what causes low self-esteem. The number one foundation of low self-esteem often begins in childhood, from parents, teachers, siblings, friends, even the TV, that is media. They often send us messages about ourselves, both positive and negative. For some reason, the negative messages often have a deeper effect on our lives depending on how repeatedly we hear it. And then we have poor academic performance in school because of lack of confidence, fear of being bullied, and even fear of failure. We have stressful events such as financial struggles and troubles, relationship, marriage situation that a child finds himself. We have poor treatment from parents or caregivers, even partners. For example, being in an abusive house or in a relationship. Ongoing medical problems such as chronic pain, serious illnesses, and also physical disabilities. And then we have mental issues such as anxiety and depression. How does low self-esteem affect us? Because low self-esteem is more than an unpleasant feeling. It does take a toll in our life and reduces the quality of life that we feel, which includes feeling negative, that is, constantly criticizing yourself and your abilities, that lead to persistent feeling of sadness, anger, shame, guilt, and then you have relationship problems. For instance, people with low self-esteem often tolerate abusive relationship because they feel or they believe that they must try their very best to earn their partner's love, their partner's friendship. And the fact that they do not deserve to be loved because they do not feel loved within themselves. Alternatively, people with low self-esteem can also exhibit being the abuser, that is, bullying others and always feeling angry. Next is perfectionism, which involves the need to push his or herself in becoming an overachiever just to prove a point. You have fear of judgment, which includes avoiding events that have to do with competition. Next, you have low resilience. People with low self-esteem find it difficult to cope with challenging life events because they mostly believe themselves as hopeless. So they do not have the drive to fight to achieve things. And then we have lack of self-care. People with low self-esteem often neglect themselves, they often abuse themselves, they take too much alcohol, they smoke, or they take substances just to boost themselves. It's mostly always a cycle because once it wears off, they are back to square one. With all this being said, how can you and I have a good self-esteem? Talk to yourself positively. Treat yourself like you would a best friend. Be supportive to yourself, be kind to yourself, and be understanding to yourself. Know that you're human, you can make mistakes. Challenge negative thinking and self-talk. It's time to stop criticizing yourself. Have a look at the positive things that are within you. Next is stop comparing yourself to others. It's not good. The next will be acknowledge positive happenings. For example, when giving a positive compliment, do not brush it off. Appreciate your special qualities. Forget the past hurt. We have all been hurt before, but your ability to let go is what makes you move on. Forget the hurt, forget the disappointments. Tell yourself positive things every day. Stop worrying, have fun, have a plan for events, do exercises, be assertive and communicate when you need to, even when you do not want to. Try and make an effort. Air your opinion with others. Practice all what I have mentioned every day. Take it one step at a time. Give yourself time to establish new habits. Because low self-esteem may be rooted to some degree, but in reality, the idea you feel about yourself is mostly not what it is. So feel free to talk to a trusted friend or a loved one about your low self-esteem issues. Read books on self-development or take courses on personal development. Better still, seek help from a professional to know the underlying problem you might have, and definitely browse through our website for more information and self-help. Remember, self-esteem is a state of the mind and it can be changed. However, you can only improve on yourself or on your self-esteem if you're willing to change the negative feeling and judgments you have towards yourself. So make a choice today to change your thinking towards yourself and what you do now and the future. On this note, we have come to the end of today's video. Do leave a comment or send us an email for any questions, clarifications, or anything at all. Definitely follow us on our social media handles at Mindspace. I am Annie Bells. Bye for now.